Hello folks, welcome back to the LeetCode SQL 50 series. So today we are with the second problem in the sorting and grouping section. So the problem goes like this. Table 141 user activity for the past 30 days 1. Okay. So this is easy level problem guys, right? So yeah, so we have been given with one table which is activity. So if you go through the schema of the table, we have four fields, okay, namely user ID of int type, session ID of int type, activity date which is of date type, and activity type of enum. Okay, this table may have duplicate rows. The activity type column is an enum category of type open session, end session, scroll down, and send message. The table shows the user activities for a social media website. Okay, note that each session belongs to exactly one user. Okay, cool. Now they are asking us to write a solution to find the daily active user count for a period of 30 days ending 2019-07-27. Okay, inclusively. Cool. Okay, find the daily active users count for a period 30 days. Okay, so this 27 July 2019 and 30 days prior including this particular date. Okay, a user was active on some day if they have made at least one activity on that day. Cool guys. Return the result table in any order and the result format is in the following example. Cool. Okay, so any activity from open session, end session, scroll down and send message will be considered a valid activity for a user to be considered active on a day. So cool. So what they are saying is we have this particular table, right? So which is having user ID, session ID, and activity type, and activity date and activity type. Okay, so what they're saying is if if every session will be right, every session belongs to one particular user, and this user is said to be active if he has made any of the four activity types. Okay, so we will just go through the example and try to understand it more clearly. Okay, so we have this sample test case, right? So we have these four columns, and if you go through the data, we have user ID 1, session ID 1, and we have activity date. This is of 20th July 2019, and what is the activity type? Open session. Okay, so I think there is no there will be no there will be there will be no activity type which is of which will basically what I want to say is for every row in this particular table you can see that activity type is containing one of the four options, right? So this open session, so that it will definitely, if the record is present in this particular table, then that means it is an active user. Okay, it is an active user. Okay, so if you see this for user ID 1, right, so his session ID is 1. Okay, and activity date is 20 and open session. So guys, what we need to do is we need to find the active users per day. Okay, you can see here we need to find the daily active user count. So for every day between this particular date guys, 27 July 2019 and 30 days before. Okay, so what would be the 30 days before of this 27, right? Inclusively. Okay, this is inclusively. Suppose if this is not inclusive, then it would, the 30 days before date would be 27th June 2019, but inclusively, right? So this 27 will be included, so that means it will be the 28th June 2019. Okay, so we need to find the active users in for the dates between 28th June 2019 and 27th June 20 July 2019. Okay, so I hope you have understood this. Okay, so don't get confused. What we will do is we need to find the number of active users. So how we gonna do this guys? So if you see on this particular date, right, 20 July 2019, right? So basically it lies between the given time period, right? Now guys, the given time period, it lies definitely between the given time period. Now we need to find the number of unique users. Okay, so if you see what we need to do, we can actually take the count of distinct user id. Simple na guys. So count of distinct user id, you can see that we can take either the distinct user id or we can take the session id. Is it correct? You know, because they're asking us to find the count of active users, then simply we can take the count of distinct user id. And you can see, if we take distinct user id, we will be getting 1 and 2. Okay, so if we take the count, there are two users. So for 27 and 2019, there are active users are two users. Yes na guys. And if you take for the next date, that is 20, right? Sorry, that is 21st, right? So the next date is 21st, and you can see these many records are belonging to the 21st July, and 21st July is also in between this particular time period, right? It lies between this particular time period. And you can see how many unique users are there, 2 and 3, right now guys. So for 21 July also there were two unique users. Okay, and then if you see for this particular record, you can see this is 25th June 2019, right now guys. So this does not come in our time period, given time period. So this does not, this 25th June does not lie in this particular time period, that is 30 days prior to the 27th July 2019. So that is why we should not consider it. Okay, we need to only find out, we need to only find the active user count for a period of 30 days ending 27 July 2019 inclusively. Right now guys, I hope you have understood this problem, right? So what are we doing guys? We need to simply group, we need to find out the firstly we need to find out the dates which are in this in this particular time period. Okay, and then we need to group it by activity date, and we need to find the number of unique users, and that will give me, for that particular dates, how many active users are there. It is as simple as this guys. So this is again a good simple problem, right? So let us quickly write the code. So firstly what we need to do guys, first we need to find the filter out the dates. Okay, filter out the dates, or else you can do group by and then filter out. That is also a good one. Okay, so if you do group by and if you want to filter that group data, right, you need to use having by clause. Okay, so if I directly do on this data, you can see that how we can use the where clause. Okay, so filter out the dates based on, right, based on the given time period, given time period. Okay, that is 30 days, right? So period of 30 days ending. Okay, period of, that is a period of 30 days. So that, so what he has given is, he has not given directly. Okay, this is the game of English. Okay, every time they do like this, they will not tell you directly, they will always give some different weird phrases, right? So they're telling that a period of 30 days ending on 2019 07 and 27, right? Okay, so this is the thing guys. And then what we can do, once we get all those dates, we can simply apply the group by clause, right? Apply group by the date. Okay, the activity date, group by activity date, and then take the count of unique user IDs, and that will give you the count, right? That will give you the count of active users on respective date. Okay, on respective corresponding date. Okay, so let us now write the code. Okay, so what we need to do guys, first we need to filter out dates based on the given time period. So I hope you have understood this, right? 30 days prior to 2019, 27th July 2019 inclusively. Okay, So what does this inclusively mean basically? So inclusively means it will all, you need to also include this particular date, guys. Okay, so from activity table, right, what I need to do is I need to first filter out the dates. Okay, so where the activity date I'll be using in between this time. Okay, activity date in between, right? So in between what date, guys? So we have the ending date, but we do not have the, the starting date. Okay, so how we should calculate that? We can, directly, you can directly write the actual date, that is 28th June 2019. But here, without, you can calculate that and you can write it. But one simple way is, guys, see, so what they're saying that 30 days, 30 days in, 30 days ending 27th July inclusively. Okay, so in this 30 days, 27th July is also included, guys. 27th July is also included. That means from 27th there will be only 29 days. Okay, we need to start from 29 days because they are saying that 27 is also included. I hope you have understood. Okay, that is why we need to do this particular date minus 29. Okay, so what we will do is in between. So we want the sorry, where activity date is in between the 27, right? So we need to we will be using one special function, that is toDate. Okay, so this toDate will actually accept our string and the format. Okay, so the string will be like this, guys. Okay, so take this 27 and the format in which this string is present. Okay, this string is particular present in YYY, and DD format, right now, guys. So we need to specify it. Okay, so this particular toDate function will convert this particular variable character or characters string into date. Okay, a date type. So it is in format, we need to tell this function in which format it is. Okay, so YY and DD, so YYDD, sorry, YYY, and DD. Okay, so from, right, it is not from, in between this particular, so starting date we need to define, guys. Okay, we need to define the starting date. So how we will be giving the starting date? Okay, this is the toDate. Okay, this particular date will convert, it convert this 27 July 2019 to a date format, and then I can simply say that minus 29. All right now, guys, 29. Okay, why 29? Because they are saying that a period of 30 days ending 27 July inclusively. Okay, so in this particular 30 days 27 is also included. Okay, so 27, if you include 27 also, that means there will be, the remaining days will be 30 minus 1. Okay, that will be 29. Okay, so that is why I have kept here 29. Okay, so this will be my start date. Okay, that is 28th June 2019. That will be my start date. Okay, that is the 30th 30th prior date to the 27th July. Okay, so in between this particular date and the next date is 27 July, right now, guys. toDate, this is my end date. Okay, toDate of the same thing, guys. 27 July 2019 and this date. Okay, so I hope you have understood this, right? So what I'm doing, I'm just filtering out all the records which are in the time period, in this particular time period. So I hope you have understood why I have included 29 right now, guys, because in this 30 days 27 is also included. So that is why I should not subtract it with 30, because 27 is also included. I should separate it with 1 n minus 1, that is 30 minus 1, 29. Okay, so I hope you have understood this. So this is my the time period, which this is the time period. Okay, the start date and end date in which I need to check. Okay, in which I need to check for the number of users on every single date which is present. Okay, so now if I select star from it, you can see I'll be getting all the dates I'll be getting all the dates which are in between this particular time period. Okay, so I've got a missing expression error, so let me check where it has gone wrong. Okay, so select star from activity where activity date in between. Okay, this is not in between, this should be between this this start date and this end date. Okay, so now if I run it, okay, so guys, you can see that I've got only those dates, only those dates records which are present, which are in between this particular range. Okay, so basically I have given like this, right? So I've given, without calculating, I have just given like this. Okay, but you can also calculate it, and you can directly give here the starting date. Okay, the starting date would be 20th June 2019. But if they are saying like 1,000 days before, or 1,000 days before, or 10,000 days before, then it becomes very hard, right now guys. So that in those cases we need to use like this only, right? So again, if you get doubt why I'm using 29, just remember one thumb rule. Okay, so whenever they are saying whenever they are saying 30 days ending 27 July 2019 inclusively means just do, whenever they're saying 27 inclusively means just do minus 30 plus 1. Okay, minus 30 plus 1. Okay, minus 30 plus 1 will give you minus 29. Okay, why that plus 1? Because this 27 July 2019 is part of this particular 30 days. That is why I'm doing 29. Okay, so if you still didn't get it, use LLM and ask it until your doubt is clear. Okay, so I hope you have understood. So now we have filtered out all the records where activity date is in this particular time period. Now what is our second thing? We need to now we have this particular data, right? Now we need to simply group it by the activity date, right? For every day, for every date in between this particular time, we need to find the number of unique users. That is not, guys. So we will be doing group by on activity date, and we'll be taking the count of unique users in that particular groups, right now guys. Okay, so I hope you have understood. So what we will do, we'll just do the group by on activity date, and then we will gonna take the count of distinct, right, distinct user IDs, right, in that particular groups. Okay, so this group by activity date will group this whole table into two groups, right? So how many groups we have? For 20 July we have one group, and for 21st July we have another group, and then it will count unique of user IDs, and that will give you the number of active users in those particular dates. Cool, right now guys. So now let us run it and see if it works for the sample test case. So basically, once again guys, so we have an error over here because we have not selected the group by column also. So whenever we are applying group by, the data will be in group data format, and we need to definitely use the okay, we may or we may not use. Okay, so we should use the activity date, right? So it is, it is working guys. So basically sometimes it would never work, right? It would throw an error for some, I think, for some database, but Oracle is, without specifying that column also, it is working. Cool. Or maybe I have missed, or maybe I have got confused, and I was saying every time like it would not work, but it is working guys. Okay, so please excuse me for this error, right? So in all my previous videos I was saying that you need, whenever you do a group data, you need to specify that column, otherwise it will give error. No, it would not do that, like guys. So it is working guys. Okay, it will work. What is this select guys? It is only selecting, right? So yeah, it would work. Okay, so without giving the group by column also, it will work. It will, the select is used to just project right now guys, so it will definitely work. Okay, so please excuse me for my error, like in previous videos I was saying it would not work. Okay, please ignore that. Yeah, so now you can see that we are getting count of distinct user IDs. So simply what we need to do, we need to display the group by column also, right? So we need to display the group by column, that is activity date, and it is renamed to as day. Okay, so this is renamed to day, and then this alias, this is active users. Cool. So now if I run it, I think everything should work fine now. It should pass on the sample test case. Okay, it is still giving me an error. Yeah, so it is the error is coming on this. Okay, so what we need to do is we are getting this day right now, guys. So which is this activity date. It is coming in this format. Okay, there it is inserting the timestamp column also. So we need to just reformat it, guys. So I think you also know one of the function, right? So we have used it in our previous problems also. So we'll be using this special function to char, right? So what it will do is we will be giving it a date format. Okay, date format column, and we'll be specifying in which format it should appear. Okay, so we have given a date column here inside this toChar, and we will be giving the format in which it should make the this particular column to reformat that particular column. Okay, so now I will just give how it should come. Okay, so that is yy and and dd. So basically this toChar will actually take this date column and it will convert to a character type. Okay, so it will just apply this particular formatting to this particular column, and it will give that particular output. Okay, so it will just remove this, it will just remove this or trim this particular timestamp literals. So let me run it, guys. I hope it should pass now. Okay, so yes, it has accepted, it got accepted. So now without wasting any time, we will be submitting it, and let us see. So yes, guys, it has passed, right? So let us see if there is any better solution. uh, Same, guys, it is very similar solution, and you can see they have used the calculated date. Okay, it is also fine, but whenever they say like 100 100 days before or 200 days before, then calculation becomes very hard. Okay, so yes, guys, you can see that this is the solution. Okay, I hope you have understood, right? So why we have taken the start date, right? How we have calculated the start date, right? That is, it is minus 29 because 27 inclusively they have said. Okay, so and then we have grouped it by activity date, and then we have taken the count of unique user IDs. Okay, and then we have done some reformatting kind of stuff. So this is the solution, guys, for this problem, right? I hope you have understood it, and that's it from this problem, guys. I will meet you in the next problem. So until then, happy learning. Thank you.